is what we are talking about, the update, the second part of the data manipulation language. So in this second part of data manipulation language, we have update commands and we have the delete commands, etc. Now let us talk on these issues. So we have a table, the schema is already defined. Now that schema has to be redefined, has to be restructured. So at that point of time, we need to have the update. So update, yeah, it can be applied directly to a table or it can be taken up with some condition to a specific content, or it can be applied to a specific column. So there are multiple ways of using the update statement. So coming to the definition part, update statement is used to modify the existing record in a single table in a relational database management system. And yeah, first of all, how the update is going to take up means it is going to have update followed by the employee that is going to be called as the table name, that is the relation, and set is going to be a keyword and the attribute what we are going to work and what type of function we need to work. So this is all statement number one. The second way of using an update was that we can update the employee table by setting it with some 1.2 and fitting up with some condition with an identifier which it is going to satisfy as 1. Similarly, we have another update statement where we are going to set the salary with some 20% and bonus is equals to 100 assumed purely for the ID. So now what we are targeting here? The targeting was first we take up with the column, next we are taking with two items and we are provoking it with some condition. So this is all what we are going to work with this update command. So now we have an employee table and without where clause. So that is update employee set salary equals to 10% increment. So it is 1,000. It is salary was 75,000. So 1,000 into 10%, that is 750 has to be added. 90,900 has to be added. So in this way we are going to check. So let us hit on the run button and see. Yeah, the salaries are going to be incremented by the 10% of the content. So that is earlier record for James Potter, salary was some 75,000. Now he has an increment of 10%, which is going to be joined. So earlier value was 75,000. Now the present value was some 82,500. So 40,000, 10%, that is 4,000. So 44,000, we are going to display it for IaaS. So in this way, we are going to use the update command without where. Now, let us see with this second way, the update with the where clause is used to update only the rows that it is going to satisfy with the filtered condition. What was the filter condition? The filter condition was we are going to use a where clause and that too we are going to apply it for 2. So 1.20 we met. So when we are going to give 20% increment for the ID 2, that is 90,000 is there. There we are going to give 20%. So approximately 18,000 should be the incremented value. So just hit on the run button. So 90,000 plus 18,000. So we are going to get 1,08,000. So it is not affecting 75. It is not affecting 25. It is specifically taken up only to a single case. So this was the advantage of working with the update statement. Now, we have this ID, name, date of joining, salary, bonus, department, designation, manager, and some company ID. Now, what we can do is we can make some primary key update. So we have already given a schema earlier that ID was some primary key, and now this primary key we are going to apply, update it. So for whoever having the ID, the record having the ID, now it is going to upgrade it to 6. So yeah, earlier it is 5. Now we are changing the primary key to 6. Next one, check constraint violation. So update employee set department ILI where ID is equals to 1. So ID is equals to 1. We are changing it, but does it change? Because department was taken as a foreign key from the other table. It is a referential table. So in referential table that has to be updated, then only it is going to be updated in this basic table. So that is the reason why we get a fail option to check with this constraint. So this is all regarding the update statement. So update employee set company ID is equals to 1005, where ID is equals to 1. So the compute company table, yeah, it is the child table here, and the master table was employee. So again, it is not going to exist, right? 1005 is not existing, but still, because 1001, 2, 3, 4 are only the 4 records which are in this table, but now we are upgrading it to 1005 for that to for ID 1. What is ID 1? ID 1 was 1001, but in the computer table there is no 1005, but still you are updating it, which is not available in the table, therefore it is going to raise a error. So this is all. Another example was that we take an update operation. We are going to set the computer ID as 1005, where 1005 is equal to 1. But still in the child table it is not updated, and you are directly working on the master table, which again it is leading to an error. So this is all regarding the violation part of the content. The other data manipulation language, what we need to look up will be the delete statement syntax. So why we are going to use a delete statement? Because so delete statement, it is going to delete any type of record from a single table in a relational table. So the database ensures that no constraints are violated during execution of a delete statement. So in general, we use delete to drop some item in a column, to drop some item table in a database. So how we are provoking this word? So delete from directly the table name. Similarly, we will delete when the department is going to be met up. That is, it checks with ETA, and if the condition is satisfied, then only it is going to take up. Similarly, the trunc statement can be used to delete data from tables. So a clean sweep of data was to be there and delete all rows from the table. Then we can use this truncate. So we are going to put right now towards the data manipulation language command, and we are working on the things to be taken up over the rows or the entities inside the table. We are working directly on the data. So if I'm going to drop, so that goes up with data definition language. There we can drop the entire table. So, but here we are using an truncate that it says that if I'm having 10 records inside the table will be there, but all the 10 records will be deleted. So that is all regarding the delete command usage. So here is an example, delete from employee where ID is equals to 5. So right now it is displaying computer table. Let us see the employee table. Yeah, employee table, we are Ayaz Muhammad. So let us see if we hit on this. So you can see Ayaz Muhammad record was moved out. That is with a single. Now let us work with delete from employees where department is equals to ETA and manager is equals to 2. So what was the command that delete from employee where department is equals to ETA? Yeah, we have 3 records and manager is equals to 2. So manager is equals to 2. Obviously, we are working one with a department field attribute. 2, we are working with a manager attribute. So manager number 2 was there for the ID 3 and 4. So those has to be dropped. So now the two items 3 and 4 are dropped. We should get 1, 2 and 5. So 1, 2 and 5 are going to be the answers for this relation. So in this way we are pulling out the delete operations at this quiz. So this comes to the end of the different clauses of SQL and the different operations what we make up with the DDL, DML and DCL commands, etc.